everyone to a brand new TV show spoiler review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Sittenberg. Today, I am giving you my spoiler review for episodes 2 and 3 of Daredevil Born Again, season 2 on Disney Plus. So, welcome back, everyone, to this brand new spoiler review. Before I get into my spoiler thoughts on these last 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, do want to before I say that this is a full spoiler review. If you've not seen anything of Daredevil, including really episodes 2 and 3 of season 2 of Born Again, please click away now. I know those episodes came out late on Tuesday night, but please click off, come back when you finish watching those 2 episodes, and let's talk all things spoilers on Daredevil Born Again. So if you guys are new, I usually go break down episode by episode, but again, these are 2 episodes. This will be my general spoiler review, and I do think the show is incrementally getting better here with these shows. I thought the first episode was good. It wasn't anything like special. Again, this new creative team was trying to complete the patchwork that was season 1 of Born Again. But this show already, the season, excuse me, already is a much more focused season of television than season 1 of Born Again. Because as I said last week, there's multiple different creative heads running the show. They finished filming one half of the season. They were like, that's not really the direction of the show. They brought in this current team to finish the season. They kind of patchworked together season 1. This feels a lot more focused. There's not a lot of those filler episodes that we got in season 1 where Matt Murdock just doing a case or Daredevil saving this one person. We're focused on Kingpin versus Daredevil, Kingpin versus the vigilantes, and really the effects that it's having on New York. So I think that, as I said, we're getting incrementally better. I thought we had episodes 2 and 3 were really, really good. I found them to be enjoyable. There's some really interesting twists and turns in there. I think one of the smartest pieces of writing for the show was what they did with Kingpin to set up what was going to happen in these 2 episodes, which was obviously Kingpin knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil, but he does the really smart thing, which is like one of the people on his team, Buck, was like, just reveal everyone. You have the power. Just tell everyone that Matt Murdock and Daredevil are the same person. But he said that just doesn't accomplish anything. But he says is Matt Murdock saved my life. And if he goes out there and says Daredevil, Matt Murdock, a vigilante, saves my life, well, this whole vigilante thing isn't going to go well. So instead, Matt Murdock, who is missing, Kingpin makes his whole mayorship announcement and says, hey guys, Matt Murdock, the guy who's missing, he saved his life. He's an American hero. He's a New York hero. Everyone keep a lookout and bring him home. So now you have the evil goons who are going after Daredevil, and now you just have regular citizens on the lookout for Matt. I thought that was really genius writing and genius from Kingpin's perspective. Now he gets everyone, good or bad, going after Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. I also liked the Karen trajectory in these episodes where Karen obviously has a lot of revenge because of Foggy's death. Obviously is mad that Bullseye would even help. He's like, Bullseye is the one who technically killed Foggy, so why is he helping us? Also at the same time, blaming Vanessa as well for Foggy's death. Somehow knowing that Vanessa hired Bullseye to help to kill Foggy in that first episode of Born Again, but she's taking Punisher tactics in these 2 episodes. Obviously, Daredevil does not really kill anyone. He's very similar to Batman in the fact that, sure, he's breaking bones and things of that nature, but he's not like killing people. He's not going around with guns shooting people, which is obviously the complete opposite of what Punisher does. And in these 2 episodes, we see Karen try to instill Punisher tactics with Matt, which makes Matt kind of uncomfortable at first because, Karen, alludes the idea that maybe killing Kingpin and killing these people will help. And Matt says that doesn't really do anything. And then Karen also capturing one of the officers as not bait. How do I say this? Like to be observed by Matt and Karen, like a hostage. That kind of surprised Matt, but obviously it worked out in the scene behind me, which is a really funny scene where even Matt was like kept telling, Daredevil's telling this guy, you're lying. And Daredevil's like, actually, I can tell he's telling the truth to Karen, which I thought was a really funny scene because obviously with his heightened senses, he can really tell when people are lying and not. We also found out that it was BB who is making those fake Kingpin videos online because we learned from Michael Gandolfini's character of Daniel that someone in the building is leaking these videos for this fake Kingpin person, the person with the fake Kingpin mask over herself. And Daniel, I think, does know that it's BB. I don't think he realized that it's someone else. He has that dinner with BB in episode 2. And he's like, whatever you're leaking, you just gotta stop. Just stop it right now because it doesn't fall just back on you, it falls back on me and other people. And that's when BB brings up the correct point, which was Daniel is definitely scared of Kingpin. We have that scene with Fisk and Daniel where he's just really mad that he didn't tell him that these videos were happening, that he's not really on it. Buck's not happy about that. Daniel's not on it. There's got to be a reason why, because I think Daniel definitely knows it's BB because some of the videos that were being used, it was on his computer. He was moving it to the trash when Buck left. So clearly he knows that it's being leaked, and I think he definitely knows that it's BB. I am interested the trajectory of Daniel's character because he's obviously being set up as the heir apparent to Fisk, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as Fisk is gone from office in this season and Daniel takes over. Um, we know in the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that Sheila hands Spider-Man the key to the city in that trailer. So I don't know if that means Sheila is like the mayor of New York after the season here. But obviously, we're going to end up with Fisk not being running New York at the end of the season. But what is that domino effect? Is Buck killed off? Is Heather killed off? Is Vanessa killed off in this season? Is Daniel going to be killed off? It's gonna be, or is Daniel going to be join the good side here, join the resistance? It's going to be interesting where the domino effects are of the collapse of Kingpin here in this season. I also think the Heather Glenn stuff is actually one of the most fascinating parts of the show. We talked about last week how she's very fixated still on the attack from Muse in season 1 to a point where she has this panic attack and we realize that she actually physically has the Muse mask. I don't know if it's to cope with her anxiety attacks, but certainly not going to help. She has that conversation with Kirsten about the false stuff she put on Jack Duquesne, and she's kind of comparing every vigilante now to Muse. Everyone who wears a mask is now a serial killer in the eyes of Fisk and Heather, which obviously is absolutely not true. But Kirsten obviously takes the case for Jack Duquesne in these episodes. Does not go well. It becomes a tribunal, not like an actual trial. So there's no jurors, there's the 3 judges. And obviously, she gets the case moves up 2 weeks. She has no time to prepare. And Kirsten then has to represent Jack. Jack obviously is found guilty for all of his vigilante stuff. And it becomes a public mocking of vigilantes out there. Obviously, Kingpin is very happy about this. And also, before we get to like the final part of these episodes, Vanessa is definitely fixated on the fact that I guess she believes that Bullseye is going to kill her. Bullseye is alive. When she realizes that, she keeps getting these shocks, these bad dreams of Bullseye killing her. There's even one time where she thought she was looking out through the window and saw, in her mind, thought that Bullseye was out there watching her. We found out Bullseye was watching her. The very beginning of episode 2, Bullseye was looking for Daredevil's mom. That was the nun that he was asking for. So very interesting that Bullseye is trying to make all these apologies, like these not farewell tour, but this apology tour for all these people he's wronged. I do think he's gonna seems like kill Vanessa off in this season. I don't know if that's like the breaking point for Fisk, but Bullseye feels like he's either going to be used as a target, but I do think he's going to be used to kill off Vanessa in this season. I also think there's a good chance Heather becomes one of the biggest villains on the show, turning out to be a Muse-like killer herself, which I find could be an interesting way to get her through the season. But the big ending of the show is the whole planning of getting Daredevil in the Red Hook to get, to blame Fisk for all these things. Him and Jack Duquesne help free all of these people. Everything seems okay. Karen is killing people, and I'm sure Matt will have a conversation with Karen about that. Killing some of the security people there. And as they're escaping, they're happy. They couldn't believe that all those people were just being held captive. Not just vigilantes, but just regular people were being held in Red Hook. And then the episode ends with Fisk having all those workers on the boat stay on the boat, and they destroy the boat that capsized on the harbor, and all of those people were killed. So that's where the big cliffhanger ending is. I don't want to get political either here on the show, but the show is obviously drawing also a lot of references with ICE in these episodes. I'll just say it flat out, with the handling of these agents that are taking away the people from the community. If it was the White Tigers family in particular, it felt very, very much at home, I guess, to what's currently the current political climate and the climate of the world. And I know it's probably going to pull a lot of people out of the show, that they're tackling stuff that's literally currently still happening in our country today. I found it to be kind of powerful, especially in the second episode. I found the White Tiger stuff to be okay in the third episode, but with what happened with the daughter and how she's affected by this, I found that they did a really good job showing that in a show like this. It's definitely in your face. It's definitely not trying to hide what it's alluding to. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to stop watching the show because of it. Just want to bring that up as it pertains to this episode. But I enjoyed these two episodes. They were definitely improvements over the first episode. I still think the problem for the show, my only issue, I guess, is Matt as a character is still the most uninteresting part of the main cast of characters in the season. Daredevil's doing stuff, but I still find Karen, Kingpin, a lot of these other characters a lot more interesting than Daredevil himself. So I am excited to see how we can get Daredevil becoming the most important thing on the show again. But that's my thoughts on Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episodes 2 and 3. What are your thoughts in the comments? Like this video. If you guys like the videos like these, please subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. As I said, like the video and comment your thoughts on these episodes down below. I'll see you guys in another video very soon.